Good morning, Mesa Morning Live. This is our December episode from downtown Mesa, Arizona. Look at this. Do you see that sun basking on us?
We're in Mesa.
We're
It's
in
Chamber
Mesa.
of Commerce weather.
It is Chamber of Commerce weather. And what an intro for my good friend, the CEO and president of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Sally Harrison. Sally, welcome to Mesa Morning Live.
Thank you.
What is this? This is beautiful. Tell me what's behind us here.
It's Mesa's Christmas tree, sponsored by the Chamber, and gosh, probably about 30 of our members. Started several years ago, and then we had to replace it because of a little fire we had a few years ago. But back up this year, we had a great tree lighting a couple of weeks ago.
It's beautiful.
Great centerpiece for Mesa.
If you're in the Mesa area or anywhere close, you need to come by. How long will this tree be up?
Through the end of the year.
Through the end of the year.
Yeah.
Come down, get some photos taken. It is 4 stories high. Beautiful decorations.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see all the presents that are under the tree. Are there going to be some for me under there?
I'm guessing no. Yeah.
I'm guessing no too.
Unfortunately, but we are at Main and McDonald.
Main and McDonald right here. You can
Yeah.
take the light rail. Matter of fact, you're probably going to hear the light rail going
Yeah.
by a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Mesa, man. You can't just pick a quiet hour in Mesa. It doesn't exist.
No, it's a busy place.
There's building going on. There's progress. The mayor's here. There's all kinds of stuff happening in Mesa. So stop by the cross of Main and McDonald. Come get some photos taken in front of the Mesa Christmas tree.
Right.
I am in a great mood this morning, and let me tell you one of the reasons why. I stayed last night
Yeah.
at our newest sponsor, the Delta Hotels by Marriott, right here about a block away.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What a
Beautiful
great night's
property.
sleep. Great place. If you've got company coming in for the holidays and then after a while you need to get them out of your house, send them over to the Delta. It's a great place to stay and a great hotel in Mesa. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to do today, Sally.
Well, we've got a great lineup, but I'll save the really fun stuff for you. I want to mention the important piece that is our community spotlight that you'll be interviewing. Major Ramsey is here, but I wanted to mention that we are still raising money for our friends at the Salvation Army. So if anybody wants to go online and donate, they can go online to the Mesa Chamber. We're in a competition with our friends from Mesa Fire and Mesa PD, and we've done this for the last few years. So we'd appreciate any donations because it's all going to a really great cause.
That's awesome. Salvation Army, you can see Sally's got the vest, she's got the bell. Right before the cameras came on, she was actually in here for a while, and then we let her out. But you can please support the Salvation Army. They do great things for people that need a hand up.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're going to hear a lot about. We've got the mayor of Mesa. You know, I don't
he's
think
a big
anybody
deal.
understands how busy this guy is. But
He's busy.
We pried him away for a little while. He's going to come out and say hi to us. We got a great show. So without further ado, let's kick this thing off.
All right. Thanks.
Are you
Mark.
taking off?
I am.
Sally Harrison, everybody.
Thank
you so much.
All right. Thanks.
And yay! You can't hear it on camera, but it's a thunderous round of applause. It sounds like Woodstock here in downtown Mesa. Well, it wouldn't be December Mesa Morning Live without our friends at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has been our sponsor for many years, and today we've got from Wells Fargo our small business banker, Mr. Alberto
Mark, how you doing?
Vasquez. Alberto, welcome.
Brought you a gift.
You brought me a gift?
Yeah, for you guys.
Oh, wait a
Set
minute. You started out as me, and then it turned into you guys. So
Well,
I don't even know what this is. This
normally
is cool.
you get the gifts and you give them to charity.
Well, that's true. This is the iconic. This
Mike.
is Mike.
I think this is the second appearance at your show.
It is. Mike is a returning guest on Mesa Morning Live. Very cool. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at Wells Fargo. Welcome, by the way. This is your first time on.
This is my first time on.
Is it a dream come true for you?
Yes, it is. I finally made it.
Well, tell us a little bit about how things are going at Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo right now, we're actually we have a campaign going on. It's nationwide. It started in November and it's going all the way till December. It's called our Hope Campaign. The Hope Campaign is basically supporting this local small businesses, and it's making sure that we're coming together to get help and get us back on our feet. And one thing that Wells Fargo is doing, that we have a Miracle Mile event December 18th and we're getting our hands dirty. We're getting with the community. We're helping fixing the locations. We're painting. We're changing light bulbs. We're changing landscaping. And one thing that we want to let the community know is during these holidays, shop at your local restaurants. Go to the local toy store. Even leave a nice positive review. Goes a long way for our local businesses right now during the pandemic.
Absolutely. Well, the pandemic's been tough on businesses large and small, and I know you guys are really big in the lending community for small business.
Yes, during PPP, all the fees accumulated with PPP were over in 400 million. What we did a open business fund where we granted over 280,000 small businesses, where we kept probably 1.7 million workers employed.
Wow.
Locally for Mesa, we gave about 1,400 small business loans. We granted probably about 68 million in credit, just locally in Mesa.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Well, you mentioned employees. I know that Wells Fargo is one of the largest employers in the state of Arizona. Your footprint is everywhere.
Yes, that is true. But one thing we're focusing is on the veterans. Veterans gave a lot for this country. Now it's our turn to serve them. We probably have over 8,000 employees that self-identified as veterans. And we want to let them know that we're here, we're care. We have a team that literally just helps with counseling and helps veterans look for jobs. And as a proud uncle to a service member at the moment, and I want to let all the family members know and all the veterans, thank you guys for your services. And we do have a Wells Fargo website where you could go for veterans. It's just for veterans, where we have a lot of resources where we're helping out our veterans right now at the moment.
That's awesome. Are you based locally in Mesa? Or?
Yes, I am at a location on Power and McDowell. I'm here for the community. I help out with small businesses or big corporations. So if you just have a question how to start up a business, come see me. You can set up an appointment with me and we could talk all day.
Even if you identify as a small business, everybody needs a partner, and a good banking partner truly can determine whether or not you're successful. So, boy, there's no better partner than Wells Fargo. I understand you have a big commute to come to Mesa. Where do you live?
I live in Goodyear. I live in Goodyear. I drive about an hour and 15 minutes to get to my local branch. I started with Wells Fargo over 6 years ago, and I started in Mesa. And I said to myself that I wasn't going to leave this community just because I have small little startups that started at a local restaurant. And now I have customers that have 7-8 restaurants. So I want to stay in the community still.
Well, Alberto, there's a lot of great, beautiful homes for sale in Mesa.
Well, with the way the property value is going up, it's pretty expensive.
Well, there you go. Well, I was going to say, well, then keep driving in from Goodyear. We don't care. Gas is cheap for a guy like you. You probably put it on the Wells Fargo gas account. So,
sometimes, if I get to.
That's awesome. So, if anybody's got any questions, what's the course of action to get in touch with you or anybody at Wells Fargo?
You could actually use the wellsfargo.com website and look up for an appointment, make an appointment with a small business banker. Or you could call my branch on Power and McDowell and just ask for me and we'll set up an appointment.
That's awesome. Well, as we mentioned, Wells Fargo sponsors every December at Mesa Morning Live. And you do things just every day of the calendar year. So thank you for all you do. Thanks for the little goodies. We'll make sure those get into some good hands.
You're welcome.
And thanks for being here today. And keep up the good work. If you need a banker, call Wells Fargo.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mark.
Good to see you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, too. A thunderous round. Where else can a banker go and get a round of applause at 10 o'clock in the morning? Come on, that's beautiful. At this time, talk about iconic figures. It's a pleasure to bring back good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
With our community spotlight. This is Scott Ramsey from the aforementioned Salvation Army. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
This is very festive. I feel like every year when I see you, it's in this kind of a setting. So
last year it was a Zoom call in our toy shop.
Yes, it was not near as fun.
So this is much better, yes.
We're actually face-to-face now. Well, let's talk about that. I'm sure that Salvation Army was deeply impacted by the pandemic. Isn't it good to get back out and ring the bell?
We were out. We were limited, limited in what we could do, but the community and the Mesa community especially supported us tremendously, as they really have all through the years, but even better really during the pandemic. And so last year it was more than 900 families that we were able to serve. Didn't have as many kettle spots, but the response from the community matched really what we'd been done in the previous years.
Well, you mentioned the kettle. Tell us a little bit. I'm going to put this right here. This is the...
They're not all that big.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is the kettle that everybody recognizes.
Yeah, if we could fill that one.
Tell us all about how that happened.
Oh, in 1891, captain in San Francisco wanted to do a community meal for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Didn't know how he would fundraise. Realized there had been people on the docks that would try to raise funds, and so he put a kettle pot on, and the sign was keep the pot boiling, and so 1891 was the start of our Christmas kettle program, and it really caught fire. It only took, I think, about 5 years before it got all the way to back east.
That's awesome.
In doing it. So it is kind of an American tradition. Salvation Army is in 131 countries, but mostly it's Canada and America where we have the red kettle.
And speaking of the red kettle, you never see a red kettle without volunteers.
Well, volunteers are a real big part of it, but also too we do provide employment. We have about 42 people that are employed ringing the bell. Can't cover all the spots that we have to with volunteers, but volunteers will do triple really what one of my best ringers will do.
Wow, that's amazing. Speaking of volunteers, if there's somebody watching this now and they think, that's a great cause, I'm going to be a part of it, what's the course of action?
Oh, that would be just call the Salvation Army office and to be able to say, hey, you could pick the spot, you could pick the time. We'll meet you there with a bell and apron and the bucket, and you're off and running.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I understand. Let's tell us a little bit about you, the man behind the uniform and the kettle. You enjoy coaching youth sports, I understand.
Well, I don't coach, I officiate. I'm on the other side.
Oh, you're the guy that all the coaches yell at.
Yes. So that's my outlet. So I don't get yelled at enough at the Salvation Army. I go and get yelled at on
What
field.
sports do you officiate?
Over the years, I've done football, basketball, and girls fast pitch. Down here in Arizona, I have left off football because I don't think as a Washingtonian for all those years I could be running on a football field when it's still 90 degrees here in September.
Well, the good thing about officiating basketball is you get the striped shirt, and then you can go right from the game and go to your part-time job at Foot Locker.
Yes.
So that's just
wherever we could help.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that was a feeble attempt at humor, but it's a very serious time of year for you guys. Keep up the good work. Thanks for all you do. Any idea how many families you're going to help this year? Is there a goal?
We have done, actually, the pandemic has made us go online, which has been interesting, people applying, but they could also come in and apply for help. We are already over 700 families that we'll be helping, so we're pushing toward that 900 that we did last year. Thanksgiving, we were able to serve 500 families with food, and we served another 460 families with a hot meal on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Well, one of the great things about holidays is tradition. There's traditions like trees and ornaments and gifts and Santa Claus. And a great tradition is you always know Salvation Army is going to be there doing some heavy lifting and doing some great things. So thank you so much for taking time out of it. Go ring a bell. Thanks so much for coming by.
I will.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
See you next year.
All right.
Thanks again. That's Mr. Scott Ramsey from the Salvation Army. There we go. I have an elf that just snuck up and took something, and it startled me, but we're back now. Speaking about tradition, we talked about Salvation Army every year. You can't think about Christmas without thinking about Santa Claus. There you go. That's Santa's new sleigh with the Hemi engine. And speaking of Santa Claus, there is no Santa without Mrs. Claus.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Mrs. Claus.
Hello.
Please, a big round of applause for Mrs. Claus.
Hello, everyone. Oh, hello.
And
Mrs. Claus has a British accent today. I don't know how that happened.
Mrs. Claus with a British accent. She flew in from England.
Yes.
This is beautiful. Now, what do we have here?
That is for you.
It's for me?
And Santa, this is from Nothing But Cakes in Gilbert Mesa.
Okay.
And Santa wrote a little personal note for you, and he wants you to read it.
Oh, Santa wrote me a note on my Nothing Bundt cake all the way from Gilbert Mesa. Okay, it says, Mark, you have been a very good boy this year. think they got the wrong guy, but I'll take it. Keep up the good work. Warmly, Santa.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know, Santa couldn't be here. There's this thing called a supply chain issue going on. And he couldn't be here because our elves are having to work double to help out. So
With the supply chain Santa?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
yes.
Not that it's going to matter,
Okay.
but do you know what flavor that is?
It's your favorite. It is mint chocolate chip.
Okay. I would have eaten any of them, as you can tell. I'm a firm believer that not only is bundt cake tasty, but it helps fight COVID.
It does.
It does. The frosting is actually proven to be a better vaccine than. Anyway,
It's true.
I'm getting off topic here.
That's science.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the North Pole.
Well, we're baking and baking and baking. We've got our cakes. Our elves are baking our beautiful bundt cakes, making gifts for all of our community, our neighbors, our families, and of course businesses. And we're just having a great time and spreading the joy like we always do.
Well, I'm telling you what, okay, I joked about this. If you've not eaten a bundt cake, I don't know what you're doing with your life. This is the best stuff. It's addictive. That's the bad news. The good news is that's a huge cake. This is called the bundt cake.
Yes.
But there's different sizes.
Yes, this is a 10-inch cake. It feeds about 20 people.
Yeah, wow.
And then we have the buntlets. They're the size of a softball.
Okay.
They're an individual. And then, of course, we have our buntinis, which I did bring for all of you today. The buntinis are a little smaller, and they come by the dozen.
Wow.
And they're just delicious. Everything is delicious.
Well, there's seasonal. There's ones that are just on the menu year round. You could go into the bundt cake, Nothing Bundt Cake store.
Yes.
And Gilbert. You could throw a dart at the menu. Whatever one it hits, you're going to love it.
Yes, and that
Take my word from that.
that's our seasonal flavor. So we only have that for a short time. So you want to get in and get that beautiful cake.
And if you've got a business that you do business with and you want to send a little thank you note, yeah, thank you notes are nice. But a thank you bundt cake, you're moving to the head of the list on that.
That's right. There's nothing like a bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes for the holidays.
Where can a guy, I'm thinking about getting a matching outfit.
Do you
Any
like
idea?
this? Amazon is a good choice for you. They're relatively inexpensive, but they're also having a supply chain issue. You'll have to get it after Christmas.
I'll
so
get it.
I'm sorry
I'll get it for
that.
next year. Santa Mark will be in a Santa suit.
Wonderful.
We've got that on camera now. Jan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nothing Bundt Cakes. Thank you, / Mrs. Claus for
You're welcome.
doing everything you can.
I'm Jan Newton's alter ego.
Jan Newton from Nothing
Yes.
Bundt Cakes. How many
Thank
stores
you.
do you have?
We have one here in Mesa Gilbert, and then we're putting one in Queen Creek soon.
Telling you
So
what.
on our way.
Folks, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Try a bundt cake and thank me later. So Jan, thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thanks. Big round of applause for Jan Newton and Mrs. Claus and Nothing Bundt Cake. You know, a lot of times you don't know that Mrs. Claus is quite a dancer, but she's very talented. That's awesome. Well, speaking of big shots, okay, we couldn't do this the way we do this without our next guest. Please welcome the very busy, he's the mayor of beautiful and growing Mesa, Arizona, Mr. John Giles, and the DMA director, Nancy Horman. Mayor Giles and Nancy, come on out. Good to have you. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
Nice
Great
to
to
see
be
you.
here.
Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome. And we kind of look like
Yeah.
it's kind of a good
There was
look.
a sale at Kmart men's store. That's
Yes, we both hit the same sale.
That's right.
Everybody else brought me a gift, and I'm seeing that you must have forgotten. We'll get
we
that
brought
later.
Christmas cheer.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's true. That's
Far more valuable than
We
whatever
brought
Mrs.
us.
Claus brought.
That's
right.
more important. Well, you, Nancy, were tasked with bringing the mayor, and that's the hardest gift.
Okay, so I did my part.
He's a busy man. What's going? Give us an overview. Give us the pitch. What's happening in Mesa, Arizona?
Well, Merry Main Street is happening right now. This is the seventh year that we've kind of pulled out all the stops and doubled down on wanting to create an atmosphere that people of Mesa and our neighbors can come and create Christmas memories with their children and do fun things like go ice skating when it's 70 degrees outside and the palm trees are swaying in the breeze, and get on the Polar Express on Main Street in Mesa, Arizona, and go to the Mesa Art Center and see shows, and come to the shortest 4-story Christmas tree on the planet and see Santa Claus. I mean, we've tried to do everything we can to make this a great place to celebrate the holidays.
Well, it certainly is, and we joke about this. This is downtown Mesa, but you mentioned other people, Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert, Queen Creek. They're all invited too, right?
Of course. I mean, we'll check their cards, as they enter downtown, so we can keep tabs on what the quota is. No, it's the Christmas season. We'll take everybody.
That's great. And Nancy, tell us a little bit about the DMA.
Well, the DMA is working very closely with the city. That Merry Main Street is such an awesome event, and we're just helping and adding a little to it. And next weekend we have the Santa's Merry Maker Marketplace. So it's a great place to come down the weekend before Christmas and get your last minute gifts. It's all the makers are going to be here. But downtown this year for Merry Main Street is unbelievable. It's been packed every night. The ice rink is packed. It gets sold out immediately when they can. People really have embraced our downtown, and we love it because, as we say, there's lots of neighborhoods in Mesa, but downtown's everybody's neighborhood.
That's a great way to look at it. You mentioned you both mentioned the ice rink. Where is that physically?
It's down at the City Hall Plaza.
Okay.
Right next to City Hall.
Okay, cool. So just a little bit west of where we are right now.
Center
Or
and
east,
Main. It's
excuse
the
me.
same place it's been for the last 7 years, which is right across the street from the Mesa Art Center, right next to the city, the 7-story city office building. It's $10. Rent your skates. It's the most affordable place to go ice skating, and families are coming down. And again, it's open every day from here until the couple of days after New Year's.
That's great. Well, Mayor, I know you're busy. Talk to us a little bit about the booster program. What's the Mayor Booster Program?
Well, we are, of course, we're still in the context of COVID, and so the smartest way for us to get out of this situation that we're all in is to embrace the vaccines and to do everything we can to encourage our family and friends to get the vaccines and to get the booster shots. So. Our fire department and the Mesa schools have been very involved in putting on programs around town to get our school children and our adults vaccinated. But also the quickest and easiest way to get a vaccine is just to go to your local drugstore. It's very easy to do. Vaccines.gov. If you have any questions at all, it's a wonderful website. It'll tell you exactly the closest location you can go to get a vaccine. And we've seen a resurgence of the virus, and hospital beds right now are as busy as they have ever been. So it's very much important. If you haven't been vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you have been vaccinated, get the booster shot. That's the way we're going to get past this.
Okay. Hey, recently you did a live podcast. There's a good story about that. Can you share that with us and all the viewers of Mesa Morning Live?
You bet. It was part of we started a podcast a few months ago called, and I love this name, It's Always Cool in Mesa, right? And the point of the podcast is to talk about fun stories, maybe less known stories about why Mesa is a cool place to be. And part of why Mesa is a cool place to be is the way we celebrate the holidays. And so as very complimentary to Merry Main Street, we put on the story, the radio show story called The Man Who Killed Santa Claus. And this is a true story that happened right here where we're sitting back during the Depression in downtown Mesa. So I encourage everyone to go onto YouTube and watch that, or subscribe to the podcast. It's Always Cool in Mesa, and that episode is up and running right now.
That's awesome. Hey, we talked about the booster, but you know what? Talk is cheap. Let's see a booster shot in action.
Let's do it. I think we've got, the brave...
We've got a guy.
Brave Mesa Fire Department is here.
Mesa, he's brand new at this. He said he's never given a booster shot before, and he'd like to start on... He's not real sure how, but he's going to do it on the mayor.
First time on live television, I promise.
No, I'm kidding. Brent from the Mesa Fire Department.
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. And you can tell he's official. He's got the shirt.
That's right.
And this needle doesn't hurt. It's the fourth time they've used this particular needle.
Okay, then just go
But they
relax
swab it between.
Yes, we do.
I think that the point of this is if the mayor can get a booster shot, everybody can get a booster shot, right? Nobody can hear me now because I don't have a mic anymore.
That's all right. We can tell what you're doing.
That was done intentionally so you can't hear the screaming.
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on? I don't think he's even done it yet, right?
Yep, we're done.
Happened.
Already
Yes,
done.
sir.
happened.
All finished.
He's
there
good.
You
There you
go.
go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you know, when you take, that's great. Thank you, Brent.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Mesa Fire Department. You know, when you take a kid to the doctor and they get a shot, they get a little sucker or something. We don't have anything for you. Don't even look at that bundt cake.
Wow.
That's for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that didn't hurt at all.
No, and like I said, that there's a lot of apprehension around the shot and the booster shot, and I think we just need to get over that and realize that this is the way that Mesa, Arizona, and the United States and the world is going to get past this problem.
Yep. Well, thank you very much.
You bet.
I think you can tell that we had a little music happen there for
That
a
was
second.
nice. That was a Christmas
very nice.
miracle.
All right.
This is our walk-off
It's
song,
kind of festive.
right?
It's your walk-off. Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you, Nancy,
All right.
for the Downtown Mesa Association.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, it is.
Come to Downtown Mesa. You won't regret it. Do a little ice skating. Do a little picture taking around the Christmas tree. And if you ever see Mayor Giles on the street, he's very approachable. He's famous, but he's approachable. Go say hi.
right.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Nancy.
you.
Thanks for stopping by. That was cool. I'm not sure if the music was planned, but we kind of went with that. I like that. A number of years ago, the Mesa Chamber formed the Mesa Veterans Program to focus on the needs of veterans in the Valley and also in Mesa in particular. So over the years, they've done some really special things, and we're going to do one again this morning. So please follow me. I'm going to go over here to, once again, Sally, our chamber president and CEO.
Yeah, hi. All right.
And Mayor Giles.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about what's happening this morning.
Sure. Well, about 8 years ago, we started a car giveaway program through the Mesa Veterans Program, which is one of our committees. And again, we have a sponsor that came forward and said they had a car to donate to a needy vet. And we worked with Congressman Biggs' office to identify a vet that was in need. And we found a special veteran. So we have her here this morning. So we want to do a little presentation.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so can we introduce some of our folks?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Introduce everybody.
All right, so we have Congressman Andy Biggs down at the end. He just flew in from D.C., I assume. And we have our sponsors, Michael Jackson and LaVon Jackson. They are the owners of Meineke Car Care here in Mesa, just opened their second location. We have Lee Huff, who is in charge of Veterans Affairs for Congressman Biggs' office. And of course, we have our mayor, who was on earlier. And we have our veteran, Sarah, who is with us, and she is with the Army National Guard. So let's start with Congressman Biggs, okay?
Well, thank you. It's really an honor to be here. This is about the Jacksons and Sarah. Thank you so much for your generosity. And Sarah, thanks for your service, and what a great thing to do this time of year. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and let me just see this great thing happen. And thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Hello, I just want to say, thank you to our veteran. I'm a veteran myself, and just really appreciate what our veteran folks do. As Sally said, we did open our second location, and we are just super excited to be able to serve those who have served. Thank you for your service. Absolutely amazing. Well-deserved. We appreciate you for everything. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who supported this to make this happen, and just incredible. Thank you, guys.
Yes, it's such a pleasure to be able to give away something that someone needs. And it's just a tribute to our team who make sure that the car is working and that it's running just well. And we give honor to God, honor to those who served, and we really hope that you can find good use out of it. It's such a pleasure.
That's unexpected. I just want to say that I love working for Congressman Biggs, doing veterans issues, and especially at times like this when we can help a veteran in need with a vehicle. It's exciting, and makes a great Christmas.
I just want to double down on thanking the Jacksons. This is a wonderful family, and they're so humble that they won't. Michael won't tell you this, but a year ago, Michael was on a ventilator struggling with COVID, and it's just such an inspiration to see the way that this family has survived and thrived, and now feels so compelled to give back to the community. So, Michael and Levon, thank you so much for being such an important part of our community. And Merry Christmas. Isn't it the best Christmas gift ever? Yes. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. We're proud of all of you.
Okay, before we hand over some really important keys, Rob, do you want to come up, be with your wife? We have a special guest this morning, our friend Sean Stoddard from Mesa PD, who has gone through some of his own issues and heartache lately. He came this morning because he is also a veteran, and he has a special surprise. Sean?
Hello, good morning. I was getting to know Rob over the side, and great guy. I appreciate the family. Thank you for your family service. Thank you very much. So, Archangels, it's a nonprofit that I'm the president and CEO of, and we serve and help military, veterans, first responders, and their family. I've been in the Army for the better part of a couple decades. I was born here in lovely Mesa, love Mesa. Been a Mesa police officer for about 15 years. And right now I'm going through some healing with a lot of doctors, nurses, therapists. I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for the city of Mesa, for the good people involved here. I'm grateful for the opportunity that the fire department, they helped pull me out of the car. They ripped the car open and got me to the hospital, and I spent the better part of the last couple of years going through therapy and everything. So I have a lot of gratitude for the city of Mesa, for everyone that's leaning out to make a difference. You're helping our brothers and sisters right through the military. Thank you for what you're doing. You're making a difference. And so I wanted to try to help support the City of Mesa Chamber of Commerce. I heard there's some great things going on. Congressman Biggs' office. There's so many good people involved with this, and I wanted to help out in any way I could. So we have a little package for you. There's some fun stuff. So tickets to Disneyland. No. So these were donated to us before my collision, which happened in 2020, and but they said I got an email from them saying, hey, we know it's been a crazy couple of years, we're going to extend it. So we have tickets to Disneyland and some other stuff, but know that we love you. There's an American flag in here. That's just because that's who I believe. I believe in the United States of America. I believe in our country. I believe in this city. I believe in hope and optimism, and that's what this is. It's everyone making a difference, and it's a beautiful thing. So thank you for your service to our country. Thank you to the city of Mesa. I'm grateful. One team, one fight.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, hey man. Thank you.
Here's this.
Yes, thank you. Do you want to say a few words before we put you in that car?
I just wanted to thank God, and I wanted to thank the Jacksons and the Archangels and Leah for nominating me, and I just want to thank all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, how about some keys, Levon? Woo! All right, let's start it up. All right.
Hey, by the way, here's an idea. Leave that bow on when you drive to Disneyland, and that should take care of your parking. This is way cool. Yay! If you get a speeding ticket anytime, tell them you know the mayor. Totally takes care of it. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Wow, this is what makes community right here, folks. Thank you to the Jacksons. You know, I know you just opened your second location. Tell us where those locations are so people watching can come out and support people that support Mesa. Where are you guys?
Our first location is located at 2056 West Southern Avenue, and our second location is located at 4454 East University Drive. So please come out and see us, say hello, and we'd love to service you.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you so much.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
No, again, just want to appreciate everybody for coming out. Thank you so much. Veterans, we always show support to our veterans, first responders, military, anybody in the medical field. So please come see us. We're a small business with a big name, but we love you guys. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you guys at the shop. Thanks again. City of Mesa, you guys are amazing. Mesa Chamber of Commerce, thank you guys.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Archangels. Thank you, Mr. Andy Biggs. Thanks for coming in from, I know why you came back from DC. Look at this sunshine in Arizona. Hey, thank you so much, folks. This has been the December episode of Mesa Morning Live. We do this every month, so try and follow us along on Channel 11, Cox. And once we get back face-to-face with live audiences at Crescent Crown Distributing, I think that's going to be March-ish. We invite you to come down and see Mesa Morning Live in person. On a serious note, enjoy your holidays, stay safe, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and this is just one of the blessings it is in living in Arizona and Mesa, Arizona in particular. Thank you all of you that make Mesa Morning Live happen. See you next time.